Okay, let's say you're visiting Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and you want to go to the beach, but you would prefer a beach with one. Puerto Vallarta has a lot of rivers, and in rainy season slash summer, every time it rains, all the water just gets pushed out from the rivers into the ocean, making it have these, little streaks of brown. And as we've all learned also recently, river water, what lives in the rivers? That's right, a bunch of animals. Amongst those animals, crocodiles. So if you want to be, have less chances of seeing a ancient dinosaur, here's a beach you can go to on a skateboard if you want to. This is what I mean, look. There's a crocodile sign right there. And there's kids playing on the beach, like right next to the sign. Like, what more do you want? Here's like a job opportunity for the locals. There should be like this OPC salesman type, just like stalking everybody, but for crocodiles. Just being like, hey, señor. You know what's funny? I thought that I was being mean and insensitive in my crocodile attack video. But after hearing about the Florida woman who got attacked while swimming inside a river, all my algorithm, by the way, has been full of crocodile attacks. Never mind. I have no sympathy anymore. How much sympathy can I have? Like, you know what's unfair? Is that all the comments on the videos on the Florida attack have been, oh, Darwin Award, nominations for the Darwin Award, stupid games, stupid prizes, all that type of thing, right? But most of the comments, on the Puerto Vallarta, on the Mexico attack, most of them have been, why aren't the beaches closed? There should be more signs. People should be told more. People should be followed around with a sign. There should be lifeguards. There should be crocodile hunters. There should be. But on the Florida attack, like, there's no one's blaming the locals. No one's blaming the infrastructure. No one's blaming the state. I think that there's this like double standard for like vacationers in third world countries, that when something goes wrong in a third world country, oh, it's just the infrastructure, it's lack of organization, lack of budgets, lack of education. The sentiment is always, oh, these third worlders don't know what they're doing. There's like no accountability when it's outside your home, your perfect first world country. When it's in the States, oh, well, obviously, everything that could have been done was done, and therefore, it's her fault. It's their fault. But when they're vacationing in a third world country, it's everyone else's fault but the tourists. Ain't that funny how that works? Okay, now that I'm done ranting, to get to the beach on a budget, you start at the Olas Altas Park. Go to the right, about a block, till you get to the Oxo, and then go up the street, let's say 5-6-ish blocks, until you get to this Oxo right here on the street. The bus stop for the Mismaloya buses are right there. Only take cash, of course. 10 pesos each. It's a nice view. And it's only about a 20, maybe 15-minute ride. Or you could just Uber. Down this gate, try not to go barefoot because it smells of pee. Oh, look, lemurs. This path is right in the middle of the... Don't worry, the beach access is in the middle of two condos. Nothing sketchy. Now, I didn't promise a secluded beach or anything. Ooh. If you visit Mexico, you have to try those. If you don't want to carry around chairs or umbrellas, you know, they rent them out. They rent everything you need. This side of the beach is definitely more set on the sand with your kids and drink beers. If your vibe is more of a read next to the beach and write and drink some wine and a romantic picnic, just keep walking to the end of the beach and it's usually nicer. Ooh, look at that hot blonde. I think you should be the one to say it. Okay, as you can see, I already set up shop. Just had to secure location. Gets really full on the weekends. The water's blue. No brand water. We're away from any rivers, therefore less chances of any type of old dinosaurs. This is my favorite spot. I've been coming here ever since I was a teenager. A little higher. Alright, my lady's sitting over there working on her suntan. She's perfecting it. Yeah. This is my favorite beach because I don't like to carry around an umbrella, so I just go to the far right and take refuge under the vegetation. It makes me feel like it feels very Blue Lagoonish. Of course, no restaurants, no bars, just little snack stands and vendors like oysters and fish sticks, of course. No lifeguard though, so at your own risk. My favorite thing to do is jump from rock to rock on the boulders over here, but it's way too hot, and usually do it barefoot, but it's way too hot right now and I don't want blisters on my feet. Bring your own snacks. The waves, there's not a lot of waves, there are barely any. I mean, maybe your grandma might call them waves, but nothing really that actually... Maybe at best you'll get something that's body surfable. Maybe. No showers, no bathrooms. The water is usually very crystal clear, but not a lot of reefs. Closest thing you can get to a reef is like near those rocks, but gets a little choppy. I've seen a bunch of stingrays, sea turtles. I think there's like two types of beaches. The beaches you go to see the sunset, maybe read a little, moment to yourself, and then go back to your normal life. And then there's beaches that, like this, where you plan to stay for a few hours. They make a whole day of it. You bring snacks, you bring a chair, a umbrella, inflatable ball, so you can like just dig it in and turn it into a trampoline. This is that type of beach. It's my favorite. Because it's such a hard accessibility to go all the way here. No parking. Come all the way down the stairs. No restaurants, no bathrooms. Not a lot of people come here, and that's why it's my favorite beach. Still, it's a lot of people. It's still somehow, it gets really crowded. Alright. Drink water, bring snacks.